Here are some expanded and unique powers for Sylas, the Timekeeper, reflecting his role as a guardian of time and his deep connection to the temporal flow. Sylas can alter the flow of time within specific areas, creating pockets where time moves faster or slower. This ability allows him to age objects rapidly, slow down or hasten the growth of plants, or even freeze enemies in place. Sylas can summon echoes of past or future events within a localized area. These echoes manifest as ghostly images or sounds that replay significant moments in time, allowing him to gather information or reveal hidden truths. Sylas has the power to heal wounds and restore objects by rewinding their state in time. This ability can mend broken items or heal injured beings by reverting them to a previous, healthier state. He can restore lost or forgotten memories by accessing the temporal flow, allowing individuals to recover past experiences or knowledge that has been erased or altered. Sylas can create constructs made of pure temporal energy. These constructs can take the form of barriers, weapons, or tools that function by manipulating time around them. He can create portals that allow instant travel between different points in time. These portals are typically used for transportation or to escape from dangerous situations. Sylas can glimpse possible future events or outcomes by tapping into the currents of time. This ability helps him anticipate potential dangers or make informed decisions about actions and strategies. He has a heightened awareness of time-related phenomena, allowing him to sense disruptions or anomalies in the temporal flow. This power helps him identify areas where time is being manipulated or is unstable. Sylas can create a barrier that shields an area from temporal disturbances. This barrier prevents external influences from altering time within its confines and protects against temporal-based attacks. He can shift the time field of an area, creating zones where time moves differently. For example, he could create a zone where time moves faster for allies to speed up healing or slower for enemies to slow their movements. Sylas can slow down his perception of time, allowing him to think, react, and move at speeds far beyond normal human capabilities. This makes him incredibly adept at dodging attacks or solving complex problems in what seems like an instant. He can temporarily freeze time within a localized area, effectively pausing all motion and activity. This power is useful for avoiding attacks, making strategic adjustments, or dealing with threats that require precise timing. Sylas can tune into the resonances of temporal echoes to gain insights into different periods of time. This ability allows him to interact with echoes to communicate or manipulate them for various purposes. He can project temporal echoes into the physical world, creating illusions of past or future events. These projections can be used to deceive, instruct, or provide guidance. Sylas can create a sanctuary where time is frozen or altered to protect individuals or objects from external threats. This sanctuary can be used to safeguard critical information or protect allies from harm. He can anchor specific moments or events in time, ensuring that they remain unchanged despite external influences. This ability helps preserve significant historical events or crucial decisions. Sylas can connect with the emotions and experiences of individuals from different times. This power allows him to understand and empathize with the feelings and perspectives of people from various eras. Sylas stood at the threshold of the chrono-nexus, the pulsating heart of temporal convergence, where countless threads of time intertwined. The air around him shimmered with infinite possibilities, each one a pathway to a different era or event. With a focused breath, Sylas closed his eyes and extended his senses, reaching out to the vast tapestry of time itself. He could feel the experiences of his past incarnations and influential figures flowing into him. Each encounter brought a surge of knowledge and abilities, preparing him for the tasks ahead. The weight of their wisdom anchored him, reinforcing his role as the guardian of temporal balance. Among the infinite threads, Sylas discerned a disturbance, a temporal rift threatening to unravel the fabric of reality. He raised his hands, weaving different strands of time together to form a complex temporal pattern. The threads glowed with an otherworldly light as they coalesced into a coherent outcome, stabilizing the rift's chaotic energy. In that moment, time obeyed his command, and the disturbance faded away. But Sylas's duties were far from over. He summoned temporal energy to create constructs, two ethereal entities that shimmered with a paradoxical blend of past, present, and future. These temporal beings were both allies and extensions of his will, ready to assist in combat, perform tasks, or negotiate with hostile forces. As he marveled at his creations, a familiar presence approached, the skilled mage, Liora. She had always been a valuable ally, her mastery of temporal magic rivaling his own. The rift was just a precursor, Liora informed him. I sense a more significant disruption brewing across multiple timelines. Kieran was a rogue chronomancer who possessed a rebellious streak, yet it was tempered by his respect for Sylas, the Timekeeper. Kieran sought redemption for his past actions and wielded a deep knowledge of time magic that made him indispensable to Sylas's team. With the ability to create and control shards of time energy, Kieran could wield these as both weapons and tools. Moreover, he could open and close small rifts in time, creating temporary pathways or disrupting enemies, and cause localized time distortions, making foes experience rapid aging or slowed reactions. Kieran provided an aggressive and unorthodox approach to handling time-related threats, offering a unique edge to the Timekeeper's crew. Elara, an ancient scholar who had lived for centuries, brought vast knowledge and wisdom to the team. She possessed access to a vast library of temporal knowledge, providing invaluable historical insights and strategic advice. Elara could enhance or alter memories to aid Sylas in understanding complex temporal events or recovering lost information. Her ability to perceive hidden patterns in the flow of time allowed her to predict future events and uncover hidden truths. Serving as a repository of knowledge, Elara's extensive understanding of time-related lore made her crucial in solving complex temporal puzzles and unearthing ancient secrets. Thorne was a fierce warrior who channeled temporal energy into his combat skills. His strong sense of duty made him a natural protector and skilled fighter. Thorne could generate protective armor made of temporal energy, enhancing his strength and defense. By manipulating time, he could temporarily boost his physical abilities, including speed and strength. Wielding a blade capable of cutting through temporal barriers and disrupting time-based attacks, Thorne was a formidable ally on the front line, providing protection and support during battles. Seraphina, a mystic with the ability to glimpse into the future, added another layer of strategic depth to the team. Finnian was the wild card Sylas never knew he needed. With a grin always teasing at the corner of his lips, Finnian made time itself his playground. At one moment, he could trick you into feeling the weight of decades. The next, he'd whisk you away in the blink of an eye. His temporal illusions and short-range teleportation disrupted enemies, leaving them disoriented and vulnerable. If that wasn't enough, his temporal clones made it impossible to determine which Finnian was the real one, each clone echoing his mischievous laughter. His bag of tricks, filled with charms and artifacts, added a humorous and unpredictable edge to any encounter. His unpredictability was his greatest asset, always finding creative solutions to problems that seemed impossible. While his antics could be unsettling, his loyalty to Sylas was unwavering. Then there was Maelis, the Dreamwalker. Her presence was a stark contrast to Finnian's lively nature. With an ethereal and calming demeanor, she entered and manipulated dreams, effortlessly connecting them to the temporal flow. In the quiet of the night, she would delve into the dreams of allies and enemies alike, uncovering weaknesses and hidden fears. Her ability to shape dreams provided a subtle yet profound advantage. She could communicate beyond the barriers of reality and gather wisdom from past and future events. By exploring the subconscious minds of others, Maelis could help them conquer fears and gain clarity on temporal issues, providing Sylas with the hidden truths he needed to maintain the balance of time. Together, Finnian and Maelis added layers of depth to Sylas's team, enhancing his capabilities in ways he had never imagined. But their journey wouldn't be without challenges. Arion, once Sylas's fellow seeker of temporal knowledge, had let his ambitions take a dark turn. The Dark Sorcerer now sought to dominate time itself. Arion's power to corrupt and distort time created unstable temporal zones, fracturing reality and making him a formidable foe. His goal to control the temporal flow made him a direct threat to Sylas and his mission. The dynamic between these allies and the looming threat of Arion's malevolence promised a tale of suspense, deception, and the quest to maintain the balance of time itself. In a universe where time wields its own mysterious power, a war for control brews among beings with extraordinary abilities. Sylas, the first and strongest time wielder, uses his abilities to ensure harmony and balance within the flow of time. Arion, however, stands as his primary adversary. Wielding powerful time spells, Arion's control over temporal energy allows him to reverse or accelerate time on a large scale and even create malevolent entities from corrupted temporal energy. Arion's desire for control stems from his belief that only he can impose order on time's chaotic nature. Nyx, an entity from a void between time, embodies entropy. She aims to plunge all timelines into eternal darkness, erasing events and memories, manipulating shadows, and creating twisted realities where time stands still. Motivated by her fundamental hatred of time and existence, Nyx clashes frequently with Sylas' objectives. Thorne, once a member of Sylas's order, has grown disillusioned and now operates as a rogue agent. His ability to disrupt time-related spells, steal temporal energy, and mimic other time users' abilities makes him a versatile and unpredictable adversary. Motivated by the belief that the current system is flawed, he seeks to establish a new order. Lysandra is a spectral entity that haunts the remnants of lost timelines, spreading chaos by unraveling time's threads, manipulating temporal distortions, and summoning echoes of lost timelines. Her existence thrives on the destruction of temporal order. Erebus, a warlord from a dystopian future, possesses advanced weaponry and technology to manipulate time. He travels back to impose his regime on earlier periods, seeking to extend his dominion over all of time and create a singular reality under his absolute control. Maelis, a former ally, seeks to rewrite history to her benefit by altering significant events and creating divergent timelines. Her obsession with control and personal grievances drive her relentless pursuit to reshape reality. Vesper, an enigmatic figure, partially exists outside the normal flow of time. His presence brings a timeless dread, and he manipulates localized temporal distortions for his own enigmatic purposes. In the intricate web of time, Sylas stands as the Timekeeper, tasked with maintaining balance and order. Alongside his trusted allies, Liora, Thorne, Kieran, Elara, Seraphina, Finnian, and Maelis, Sylas faces a myriad of formidable foes, each with their own plans to disrupt the temporal harmony. Among these are Vesper, the enigmatic manipulator of fear, and Draven, the lethal assassin who bends time to his will. One of their biggest challenges is confronting Arion, the chronosorcerer determined to unleash a cataclysmic event. Within his fortress, where time flows erratically, the team battles temporal constructs while Liora stabilizes time zones. Thorne's armor absorbs powerful spells, Kieran closes rifts, and Elara uncovers Arion's vulnerabilities. Just as Arion begins to open a massive rift, the team's combined powers thwart his plan, securing the fabric of reality. Next, they venture into the dark domain of Nyx, who has cast the land into eternal night, erasing time itself. The shadows make time stand still, creating fear and confusion. Nyx's shadow creatures and dangerous voids challenge the team's resolve. Seraphina's future vision predicts attacks. Finnian's pranks sow chaos among Nyx's minions. Maelis's dream-weaving weakens Nyx by exploiting her fears, and Sylas's barriers stabilize the environment. Despite the terrors of the Dark Realm, they defeat Nyx and restore the day-night cycle. Thorne, once an ally, rebels against Sylas's order, seeking to impose his rule over time. In an ancient temporal citadel, the battle ensues with Thorne disrupting time-related spells, causing the team to age rapidly. Elara helps them regain strength, Kieran disrupts Thorne's powers, and Sylas's insight into Thorne's past helps unveil his motivations. Ultimately, they subdue Thorne, preserving the balance. Lysandra poses another threat by unraveling reality's threads, causing temporal anomalies. In her fractured realm, where hallucinations blur reality, Liora stabilizes the distortions. Elara's insights reveal truths. Maelis helps the team traverse the confusing landscape. They confront Lysandra and bring clarity to the battle, securing another victory for the Timekeepers. In a future-altered city, Erebus imposes a dystopian future using technology and temporal powers. Amidst advanced constructs and chrono-enhanced minions, Thorne's armor defends against high-tech attacks. Kieran navigates the tech-laden environment, and Sylas counters Erebus's control. They dismantle Erebus's grip on the future, restoring the present. Maelis's attempts to rewrite history create shifting battlegrounds and dangerous traps. Seraphina's projections reveal Maelis's manipulations, Sylas counters the changes, and Elara's knowledge guides their strategy. They thwart Maelis's plot, sustaining the timeline's integrity. Finally, they face Vesper, whose ghostly presence disorients the team. In a fragmented realm, Liora stabilizes time, Maelis weakens Vesper with dream weaving. Finnian's pranks create openings. They unveil and defeat Vesper, reaffirming their dominion over time. In their ceaseless journey, Sylas and his allies face temporal crises beyond enemies. They uncover a lost epoch with crucial artifacts and confront guardians of ancient knowledge. They restore temporal flow in a suffering, slow-moving realm and close converging time rifts, fixing chaotic anomalies.